We're going to have an amazing event, From Pain to Purpose.
This event is to bring awareness to sexual abuse and domestic violence.
Good morning, and welcome to Focus on the Palmetto State. I'm Nelson Weston. Joining us today are Lakeisha Wilson with the nonprofit Let's Talk About It, LW, and Sharon Fields with the Sanquisi Institute of Success. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Of course. Now, Lakeisha, let's start with you. What inspired you to create the nonprofit Let's Talk About It, LW? And for the record, what exactly does the acronym LW stand for?
Well, I'm glad you asked. The nonprofit really inspired me to do the nonprofit organization because of what I've been through, the sexual abuse and the domestic violence. And the acronym LW stands for my initials, which is Lakeisha Wilson.
All right. And how long have you been supporting this nonprofit? How did it all come to fruition?
Well, it started back on March 17th, March 17, 2017.
Let's talk about your organization's upcoming event at the Greenville Convention Center. What's the significance of this event? And furthermore, when and where is it going to be held?
It's going to be held at Greenville Convention Center right there off of Pleasantburg in Greenville, South Carolina. And so this is going to be an event on awareness of sexual abuse, to bring awareness on people who's been molested, people who's been caught up in domestic violence, to educate ones on the different assignments, different things, not assignments, but the different things of the signs of sexual abuse and domestic violence that's going on and happening in our community.
Now, what time is this event going to be held? And furthermore, who all is going to be there? Any speakers on panel?
Yes, we do have some phenomenal speakers on the panel, which is our phenomenal Pastor Sharon Fields. There's a Father's Vision Ministries. We're also going to have Sharon Owens Reese. Bishop Sharon Owens Reese, Matthew Hester, Kenny Smith, which is our minister in songs, and Keita Williams, which is our psalmist. And this is going to be held right off of Pleasantburg.
And Pastor Wilson, did you want to expand upon that? Can you share with us the significance of you being there? And what all will you be speaking about?
I will be speaking on just the forgiveness attribute. A lot of times we have challenges in forgiving, especially when those that have trespassed against us. It can be very difficult for us mentally, spiritually, and physically. And I will be focusing on that objective. But this is her fifth one. And when I tell you, it is phenomenal. It's so much healing that takes place right there. I mean, it's just a joy and an honor to be part of the event.
Can you share with us some insight into years past? What did the first 4 years look like? What kind of productivity resulted from this phenomenal event? And furthermore, speaking of the event itself, I don't think I heard it. What date is this going to be happening?
So it's going to be held on May 13th, 2023, basically, which is going to be on a Saturday. And it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. on that Saturday.
This is year 5 now. Let's talk about the first 4 years. What all do they entail? What kind of progress resulted from this event?
I personally seen families restored. There was one particular incident that I seen where a mother and a daughter it was just so beautiful. They were restored, and there was some discrepancy and lack of understanding about the amount of forgiveness that had taken place. And I personally watched a mother and a daughter relationship being healed instantly at one of these events. So that was the highlight for me. And I'm expecting something even greater at this fifth one. So yes.
What are some of the ways in which the community can get involved and support this remarkable event?
Well, they can definitely go to my Facebook page. And they can also click on the link that we have, which is Eventbrite. If they wanted to get involved, they can also donate to the event, to the cause, so that we can continue to push this event of this magnitude, because it's happening so much around the globe. And so, yes, they can donate to, if I'm allowed to, which I say my cash out, which is Let's Talk About It, LW. They can also come out, just register at the for the event, which is on eventbrite.com.
Now, are you partnering with any other nonprofits, businesses, or vendors to bring this event to fruition?
We have Julie Valentine Center that is coming out to the conference. Also, we have Safe Harbor and Greenville County Police Department is coming out. Different organizations and different churches that are coming out as well that is partnering with us.
Speaking of churches, I'd like to believe, Pastor Wilson, will members of your congregation be in attendance as well in supporting this event?
We really go very deep and all the way in when it comes to this event because so many people are affected by sexual abuse and in different ways. You have those that have done the abuse, and then you have those that have received the abuse. And we believe it's very important for both parties to receive healing, because we don't want this act to continue. And if you don't deal with if you deal with just the one that's been victimized, and you don't deal with the one that actually exercise the abuse, then you're going to have that abuse to continue. So we believe that you should work with both parties to make sure that this comes to a complete stop.
What sponsors have supported you in the past, in the last 4 years, and who is supporting you this year?
Well, the sponsor that has supported me in the past, which is very Father's Vision Ministries, Girl Go Cook, just to name a few that has sponsored the program for me. And for this year, we're still pursuing different sponsors now as we speak now to support and help push this cause.
Going forward, what are some of the major upcoming activities and endeavors that this organization will be undertaking? What can we look forward to?
We will have different housings, also counseling sessions that's going to be taking place in the different facilities that we are pushing to get up with different funding that is coming forward. And also we have another event that is conference that's coming up also in the month of October. So we're still pushing to get what we need to help the community, so the community will know, hey, we're here to help, to educate them and to expound a little on domestic violence, to let people know that there are different signs of domestic violence and to heal from that domestic violence as well.
Now, ladies, as I alluded to in the intro, we also talked about the Sanquisi Institute of Success. I want to turn our attention to that. So, Sharon, I was wondering, could you share with us some details regarding the inception of this organization, the Sanquisi Institute of Success?
Sanquisi Institute of Success is actually a private school, and this private school mission is to get at-risk kids back on track. We want to get at-risk students back on track. We work with all students, but our main objective is to get those students that are at risk back at the academic level that they need to be. And with that being stated, we created a place where that child can get the adequate attention that he or she is needing.
And you also share with us some insight into the academic expectations and, of course, the reputation of this institution.
Sanquisi reputation, the reputation that we have. We worked with children of all demographics. We've worked with children that have had social challenges, that have had behavior challenges and academic challenges. And the actual results that we have been getting is it's astounding. We've worked with children that have came out of programs such as DJG. They actually, one student came to us actually with a ankle bracelet, and we worked with the student diligently, and the success story is just phenomenal. She's doing so much better. She is able to focus on her academics. We were actually able to get her back into the public school once she had spent it was academic year and a half that she spent with us, but we were able to transition her back into the public school. So that's it. That's some reputation that we feel great about for that accomplishment. But we also work with those children that are gifted as well. It's just not academic. We work with gifted children that sometimes are not being challenged in a manner that they should be challenged in. And with that, we've seen great results with that as well. But Sanqueezy has been established for about 2 to 3 years now. The reason I don't count the first academic year because we actually were working with parents one-on-one to figure out a academic plan for them due to some desperation of these parents without exposing some of their personal business. But yeah, so about 2 good academic years we have been proceeding with the servitude in this institution.
And speaking of the academic year and the parents, how can the parents get started with their child's enrollment process today?
There are multiple ways that they can actually enroll. We do have www.sanqueezy.com. You can go on our website, and that website will actually take you to a process of enrollment. We do require the same thing that any traditional school would require as far as enrollment. Once that application process has been completed, then we would do what is called a parent and student meeting. We do interview our parents and we interview our students as well because we believe in the whole child initiative. And we believe that it's just not important to educate the child, but to educate the family as well. So we do what's called compassionate strategies, where we actually, I hate to use this term, but we really get in your business. So we ask, is there any needs of the family? We have assisted parents with different things because a lot of times a child is challenged in the home, and for that child to come in and try to complete academic goals sometimes can be very difficult if they're being challenged in the home. So we have these compassionate strategies to help kind to stabilize the household in order for that child to get the success that he or she needs.
What are some of the ways in which the community can support this institution?
There's some ways. We just recently had a gala and it was phenomenal, but some ways is that we, of course, financially, but we also would love to have volunteers. There are so many things that we want to do, but we don't have a lot of volunteers to do so. So volunteers, you can go online once again. You can give us a call. All our information is on that website. We're on all platforms of social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. So if you just Sanqueezy is not a familiar name, so. So when you Google that, you'll be able to just see all the different ways that you can contribute. We're needing mentors. We're needing volunteers. We're needing religious groups as well as business leaders. We are currently working with one of the councilwomen right now as far as educating our children politically. So it's just so many things that we're needing because we believe that we're building a culture, but it's a culture with a purpose to help our future succeed.
Before I let you go, what would you say right now is the current size of the student body, ballpark here?
Our student body is very small due to the square footage that we have to work with, and that's one of the things that we are pursuing. Is we need a larger facility, and the reason because we have an extensive waiting list. Our student body is only 15 students, and the reason we can take about 20. Right now with the square footage that we have. But if we had a bigger facility, I would love to accommodate this wait list that we have.
I want to thank you both for taking the time to speak with us here today.
Thank you so much, and we'll appreciate your servitude and what you're doing for the community as well.
Thank you.